Welcome to Venture Voices, the podcast where we explore the journeys of our founders, entrepreneurs, innovative thinkers, or just youth. I am Oyshabonu Narzullayeva, the bachelor student in actuarial science at the University of Malaya,
And I am Jasmina, a bachelor student at SMM University in Malaysia, studying international business and IT.
together we bring you stories and insights from inspiring entrepreneurs. And today, our very first guest is Oyshabonu Narzullayeva. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes.
Can you please introduce yourself as a very short intro for the first?
Hello, everyone, Winter Voice audience. My name is Oyshabonu, and I'm the um, student at Interhouse International Lyceum. I'm studying for economics and business management. I'm just 15, but at the age of this, I already worked in more than 10 companies, took internships, and I have my own business projects that are actually making money. So I will be really happy to share my journey with you, giving you hints and advices if you're also a beginner in that sphere.
First of all, thank you for joining us, and we are so happy to have you right now in our Venture Voices. And you are actually our very first guest. And in Venture Voices, we most of the cases conduct interviews and podcasts with people who are in the startup world and entrepreneurs. And we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm also very glad that you actually invited me, and hearing that I'm the first one who is your guest is a very good thing to hear.
Yeah, I was actually really shocked when I heard about you. You are only 15, but you have done so many things. And I really wanted to have a big conversation with you. That's why we invited you. It is all your work that actually made you here. So, yeah. Okay, then we will start our interview, right, Chafnamona?
Yep. Okay, so as we have learned about your CV and accomplishments, we know that your portfolio is on the next level. As like just Jasmina mentioned, you have accomplished so many things at very young age, and we really hope that you'll be the big encouragement for all the other youths out there to try out their strengths and in like in new projects and like start on or anything else. And we know that you are a very professional SMM specialist and front-end developer, and you have a pretty well skilled in project management and mentorships. So, like, can you please elaborate about your current accomplishments, like present?
Okay. So first of all, I would start with how it all started. By the age of 15, I couldn't do all of those things. I couldn't make everything done if I didn't start that journey at the age of 9 to 10. Well, it was just it happened mistakenly. I was interested in playing shooters, games like boys do, and this is how I came to an idea. What if I make my own game, or try to make something by my own? And by this experiment, I started learning game development, and then I came to backend development, and then virtual realities and augmented realities, what we call in programming as something which will rule the next century. Um, and then from programming, I came to hackathons. I won a couple of them, participated. I also had some fails, up and downs, and then I came to project management. I started my own startup project at the age of 12 by participating in program called Create the Future contest, organized together with Ivy League universities and other big companies, where my project called Anthony, which was connected to astronomy and physics, and that project won 10th place which was the last, but for the first time, it was good accomplishment among like 5,000 projects. It got 10th place and got an investment in the amount of $50,000. Yeah. And after that, if I were 12, after 2 years, I started my own startup project. If I worked in a team there, and I was the idea creator there. At the age of 14, I started my own project called LexiKit, and which I'm running right now. This project in very few months made like couples of investors, many people interested in it. So I got investment in the amount of $10,000 in a really short time, like 2 months, which is like very good thing to achieve if you're new in that sphere. And now I'm working as an ambassador of Women in Tech Global organization as the youngest ambassador ever, and I'm the student ambassador at Harvard University, and I'm helping students to take part in the programs and get into their programs with scholarship or even get some places, which is a good extracurricular for those who are applying for U.S. universities.
Wow, it has been a really long journey. Can you tell us about your background, like educational background? It means like you studied private school?
Well, could you please repeat the question? I didn't really hear.
You studied at private school or just public school?
I studied at a public school in Tashkent region. Like there is a Tashkent a city, Tashkent city, where there are more opportunities for students, even if they're studying at pre-K or something. But I was studying at ordinary public school at Tashkent region. But because of my parents that motivated me all the time and gave me all the opportunities, internet connection, anything, all the insane ideas I had came they I made them real. I made that everything happen because of their support. So after generating my ideas, applying to programs, failing, and actually winning after a couple of tries, yeah, everything. I made everything happen. But I studied at a public school.
It is interesting, like you studied public school, but you have done so much. So how does the school environment affected on you? How was your classmates? How does it impact you?
What exactly? Like I couldn't understand. I can't understand what you mean.
Like I mean, as you got your general educational background in the simple school, what do you think was the most biggest effect on your journey? Like maybe your classmates you're encouraged or your teachers at school, like anything from the middle school, right? You're now in high school.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be the hater of somebody who hates schools, ordinary places, but I changed my study place many times because of the some reasons, not because of the bad reasons, but good reasons, hopefully. But if I won my first big program at the age of 12, I was studying at my first school, and the environment at school was very bad that I wanted to get out from that school. Got I don't know, apply to college, lyceums, anything. So my biggest dream was to get out that place because people were so toxic. They were saying like, "Oh, you're not gonna make it. Your ideas your ideas are stupid. You cannot make everything happen. Everything." So that was my motivation to leave that school. For somebody, it is not motivation, so they want to stay, don't want to do anything, just stress, procrastinate, anything. But for me, it was truly something that I wanted to do. And hopefully, I made it happen. Now I'm studying at I mean, international lyceum that is specialized for economics and business management. And I realized that after coming to that place, I got more motivation to move, to try everything, because my environment was like I'm studying with people who achieved much more than me, which motivates me, which gives me which pushes me to make something better, because you will constantly start thinking like, if she did this, can she do the same thing? So I think environment also uh, big plays a very crucial role on your career journey.
Mm. Wow, you have got so much motivation. It's so great that you have constantly tried to change your environment that fits you well, right? And you told me like you have mistakenly started this all, like from 9 to 10, you have started playing games, and all of the thing actually started from this thing, right?
Yes.
How was your parents' reaction? Like, how did they see you? Because we know that in our culture, girls, especially playing some games, is not that very good, right? So, how does your parents like reacted on it, and how do they support you in this journey?
Uh-huh. Mm, First of all, let's take the Uzbek nation. Most of the like parents, families, they say
Yeah.
girls are not allowed to study IT. They cannot make it happen. Technology is not for you. Study to become a teacher, doctor, or something, because it's more for girls. But my parents, my family was different from others, so they supported me in each thing I wanted to try. I changed my passion in trying some professions many times. I said I will become I don't know, chef. Uh, I wanted to cook something. I wanted to become doctor. I wanted to become engineer, and I stopped by saying that I want to have my own startup business project. So I have a goal to become somebody who will have and unicorn company, but the age of 25 maximum. So they supported me anything I did. But the age of 9, um, as I said at the beginning, I started everything by playing games, everything. My dad actually supported me, because he knew that something is gonna happen because of this. Because I got my first PC at the age of 10 to 12, and I played a Battlefield game. It was like shooter, which was paid, but I got this for free. And um, well, after that, I made my first game. It was like very. It looked very simple and strange, but my dad was actually shocked. That he said, did you do that by your own? Isn't it taken from like, what was it? Website or Google?" I said, "No, I just coded that. This is my first game, something." And I even tried to sell my website to one person from Russia, and it was like it ended with success. Um, so what I wanted to say is, maybe I couldn't deliver all my thoughts, but at the end, what I want to say is that parent support matter, because in the environment that where we're living right now, if parents don't see the potential in their child, nothing is gonna work. Because even if you're giving your phone to play to your child, you might think that they will use that in bad way, but if you're giving that phone and directing them, so it's nothing bad is gonna happen, because there is a result. There is me who actually had had good results, even if I played like games or something.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
It was very intrusive thought that you gave us. I have a question. As you just said, like as we both talked about it. Like you started at the age of 9, right? What were the first ever tools that actually were the crucial point for you to get involved in the IT?
Mm,
As you just said, you were interested in gaming and all, but how it all started? What was the starting point?
well, I was the same as typical teenagers. Not even teenagers, but kids. I scrolled YouTube. Not I didn't have Instagram, but I had YouTube, and I got the AdWords, like advertisement of solo learn program, and it had something which was saying that create your own world. I don't know, game, something, do something by your own. And the projects, the samples were that interesting, that beautiful, that I said, they did this, can't I do the same? So I just download that app, and I started learning like programming languages for free. And when I was showing that, my results, that um, I was like making incredible animations, websites of companies. He was like shocked, surprised, and he really loved my work, even if he was like perfectionist. So he even said that he would pay for the VIP version of the app, but I said no because I was learning from couples of platforms, Coursera, edX from Harvard University, and Solo Learn. And after that, I I even attended offline version of those learning programming languages like ProWeb, which is located in Uzbekistan, Tashkent. And after that, I won a grant to study, you know, front-end development at IT Girls by IT Girls program, which was supported by MIT University and the government of Uzbekistan. And after that, I won another grant for studying AI and backend development by CS50X Tashkent. So yeah, that's how
So
everything.
so you went to private educational centers to study IT spheres. You started from front end, right?
Yeah, kinda. I don't clearly remember which I started first, but I think it all started with front end. I would say. I think
At the age of 11, you started front end.
no. At the age of 10, I started from front end because
Wow.
when I was 9, I was working on creating my games. My like game development was the first thing that I ever started.
How was your
Learn,
IT
right?
journey?
One second, like, is your camera on? Sorry.
Yes.
I can see. Okay. You continue what you want to ask, Bismillah?
Yeah, can you tell us more about your IT career? Like you started from front end and then back end, right?
Mhm.
And then you started game developing.
Kinda. Yes.
So how was this journey? Like how those things affected on you? Like your group mates, you collaborated with them to create games, or how does this things go on?
Um. You mean what impact I had on the environment where I was studying, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. Starting from front end, like until now, how was your environment in tech world, like in IT?
Well, um, wherever I participated, wherever I studied, I was the how was it? Inspiration or motivation for students that were studying with me, because after seeing how clever and how genius can you be when you actually have a knowledge on something, they were also motivated by seeing this, and even if their future measure was different, they were also trying something in IT, like starting learning some languages or something. For example, from the place where I used to study, public school, I made 5 of my classmates clearly interested in IT technologies, and now a couple of them are working in companies, having internships, and volunteering in some places. Um, After how I showed them that actually learning everything by yourself, even if you don't have the investment to study, is actually real.
Mhm. So
So,
you
so
also
you think,
mentioned that,
irrespective of age? Sorry, maybe we need to raise hands to ask
okay,
questions.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, you go first.
So you mentioned that you have participated in more than 15 hackathons, right? How was your experience, like the first one and compared to the last one? Like, how was your experience?
Well, hackathons is a thing that I don't even want to talk about, but okay. At the age of 12, I had my first hackathon, which was like a Tomorrow's Tech hackathon for girls, where the minimum age was from like 18 to 35, and I was the youngest. I registered by saying that I'm actually 18, but I was only 12. They were accepting participants, and my idea successfully passed, and I participated there in online version. I created my team, and all of them were logically older than me. We got into final stage, but we didn't win. But if I think now, for that age, participating among that genius women was a very good experience, very good thing to achieve by that small age. So I would say I'm proud of that girl that did this at that age. And if I consider something like hackathon that I participated last time, it was a urban tech hackathon with the you know with the investment of $5,000 for the first place. It was a pretty good experience for me because I collected people that were not actually experienced much. They were experienced, but they had somebody who were participating for the first time. And as a team leader, it was a very good experience to teach them, to guide them, to show them how everything works, from what thing we should start, and actually the teamwork um, was like the teamwork was actually happening there. So the participants, which were like 16 to 17 years old, they thanked me for that because it was their first experience, and it's okay for like have some stress by uh, like while participating. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, yeah.
About IT EcoFest?
At EcoFest. um, I can't really tell something about this, but can I tell about something which will be more interesting? Because I take a fest was something that I participated for fun because it was connected with ecology, and since I was interested in ecology, it started from like my childhood. Um, it was it was just
Yeah,
interesting for
yeah,
me
go
to.
on.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe can you
uh,
please like explain a bit like about the intersection between technology and environmental issues, as you were interested in how you integrated IT into that one?
uh-huh. Well, environmental issues and business. So just let's take it like logically. When somebody starts a business, they're not like really interested in social projects or something. They choose something which will make money. Actually, there are also projects that are interested in solving social projects, environmental projects. But if we be honest, if we be honest, everyone is interested in making money, right? So for passion projects, if you're applying for universities, it is good. But as somebody who worked in the sphere of business, I would say that connecting environmental issues and IT sphere is a very good way of making money. For example, look, if you take like taxi delivering or going somewhere, you don't have time, you don't have some ways to go somewhere, so you deliver a car or taxi, so you would be on time for interview or something. And one businessman from US noticed that many of the people, they were trying to catch taxi on the road, and they were losing their time. And by noticing that problem, he just took a note on that and created an app, a platform where people could call somebody to help them with this problem. And now, if you take this as an example, in Uzbekistan there is an Yandex Taxi platform, which we use every single day, and this actually makes our life easier because in just 2 minutes you can get a taxi for any version, VIP, business, or just start where the amount what I stopped. And now from finding somebody's problem and solving this on solving it by solving it, this person is making like billions of dollars in a year, which is like very good. So as a person who works in startup projects or in business, I would say if you're creating your own startup project, don't just look for an idea. Good idea could be good just for you. If you're saying your idea is something interesting or something, it could be boring for somebody or helpless for anyone else, because we will not use any kind of app if it's not interesting for us, right? So search for problems. If the person who will watch this actually and search for ideas for their startup projects, please do not search for a good idea. Look for the problems. They could cover you every day. Pay attention for very small details, and this could actually help you to find a business idea. And this is how I came up to Lexicate project. My Lexicate project got an investment for $4,000 in a week, we would say, because after writing down that idea that came out my head, I just wrote it down, searched for couples of information, researched on that, and then I started applying for programs that would support that idea. And after that, in couples of weeks, I got a chance to create a team, walk on the stage and introduce my idea. And after that, in a month, I got an invitation for participating in World Economic Conference, where I showed my idea to the judges from the whole world. They were from Malaysia, Singapore, Germany, and etc. And they actually liked the idea and gave me the second place. And this was like very good experience where I actually saw the impact of showing but not selling, where I was searching for the problem, solving it, and showing the impact that is giving to the environment, people who are actually going to use that program.
So people who are on the age of making a startup, first thing they have to look is problems, right? Rather than ideas.
Yes. If you have ideas, if you're thinking like, wow, I got a genius idea and this could actually work, don't think that this will be successful. Don't just stick up to that idea. Write it down. Write a BMC model. We call this as business model in the language of startuppers, where you find your customers, problems, pains and gains, what they would see, would like to see, what they would not like to see, and you will search for something that your customer will be happy to have. And After like trying your idea, but from hypothesis, you can get an actual good idea that could work out. By interviewing your potential customers in the future, you can get an actual good app that will get millions of downloads on App Store or Play Market.
So you think there should be a better structured approach for every problem, and there should be a very nice audience analysis for you
Of
to,
course.
yeah.
Yes, of course. Because as you for your first question, I already answered, but the second question was about audience. If you don't see who is your actual person that is gonna use your product, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose everything: your team, the investment, money. If you don't see that your app is actually for somebody else, because if you're thinking that your project is for teachers, if you take experience that I got half year ago, it was about medicine project, and it was called Yurak AI for helping people that got heart strokes and health problems. I was thinking that people who experienced that problem would really happy to have that app that would predict when you're gonna have a heart stroke. But I was wrong, because after trying my hypothesis, researching and finding the actual audience, I came up to the idea that my actual audience were not people who were aged from 50 to 60, but their kids who actually care about the health of their parents were my actual audience, because they will pay, so their parents will be always healthy. So there is like very good what's example of that your audience actually matters.
Like while you were doing your research, what was the process of doing your research? Have you conducted the professionals, or you just used the online data, like, I don't know, from articles or any other people, as you have said? You found the real, the patients.
Mhm. When I was searching for the actual audience, for not only me but everybody who's starting their journey on that, please first of all make research on your idea, who can use that, what is the problem is about, and after that you can come up to some idea who can actually use that, like your potential customers and the customers who will working with you like as a partners. um, yeah, professionals. You can conduct interviews with professionals, so you will be sure that your app is actually professional, because all the people who are downloading apps, they look at the description, and the thing that you actually worked with the professionals can mm, can bring you their trust. This is how it actually worked with me with my LexiKit project. Our project was working on solving dyslexia issues, and as somebody who experienced that, I cannot just write something like this can help to solve this problem. But after conducting interviews with people like doctors, logopeds, I came up to some things like exercises that would actually help children with dyslexia. So without professionals, you're not gonna make everything happen.
So after knowing and understanding the problem, now you will look for solutions. And after having done all the analysis, now the second most important thing is like teams, right? Having your own team. How did you find your team members? You were just at 12 when you created your own first startup. So how did you find your chats? How those people trusted on you? And how did you look for their skills? Like what skills did you look at them? How is the
Well,
process of making a team?
I had no idea on what kind of team I should have, whom I should work with, but I was super mega. How was that? How can I explain that? I was really confident on my idea, on how I'm talking about my idea, and I was sure that my project is gonna work. So I made a very strong CV and application with description of the project. So people came to my project on their own, saying like, I can do this. We can make this with you. I can make the design or something. I can be the operating manager or something. So after that, I just gave them a chance to show up. So we just worked together and everything actually worked. But after growing up and starting actual startup project that will work with alive people, not just a project for astronomy or physics, I changed my team 7 times, if not more. Why? Because after generating your idea, team is the main thing that will make your business successful. Why? Because even after having your first investment, if they're saying like, we will not spend it on our business or something, we will divide it. Your business is not gonna be successful because your team should consist of people who are believing in your idea and who will stand with you in any up and down you're having in your life. For example, if I changed my team 7 times, I was making the same mistake again and again because I was trusting that people who were not actually responsible and who were not actually interested in the success of the project. They were just interested in getting investment and like and just the like dividing the amount of money that we won immediately, not just spending it on the project. So if you're already created your own team, be very like pay attention on the people who you're working with, not just those who cannot do anything, but those who will support your idea the same as doing something with you. For example, startup is something that consists of developers, media members, and people who will be operating the startup. And my problem was that I was taking people who were not really talented in programming, because of which our apps MVPs were not good, and they were not winning all of the time because of this. So look for professionals. Give a chance only for those whom, as as a beginning, the same as the beginning, believe in your idea. Otherwise, nothing is gonna work.
Uh-huh. There is also saying like when you're making your startup, don't hire too many people, as many people will confuse. So hire for potential, as you have mentioned. So you have looked for specific skills that they have, right? And what was their age like? What was their age? Most of the cases in your group mates, in your team.
Uh-huh. Mm.
And also, by the way, did you pursue them to join in your team by offering them money or by telling that your startup will get investment? How did you pursue them, or just they joined it because they see potential in you? How did you attract them?
Now everybody says that you have such a good team. You started this project on that time. Did you offer them some money or something? Because now everybody thinks that everything relies on money. Yeah, they're right. But for me, somebody who was just a teenager, paying somebody a money, big amount of money, especially for developers who offer from $2,000 to $5,000 at least, was not. It was impossible for me. So the thing that I could do is networking. Uh, I was uh, I was introverted in like middle school, but by moving to high school, I became extroverted. I attended any kind of event, networking places. I attended every place where people were gathering. So I was not afraid of showing up, talking about myself, and people started interested in me and exchanging contacts with me. After that, by this strength, by having a lot of people on my side uh, who would support my idea, I was just confidently texting them. I had this idea. This is the impact we're giving, and this is the thing that you can achieve, you can get for yourself. Let's make it. I was just texting them directly and giving them the offer to work together. Because if you don't have money to pay for somebody, just look for the things that you can give for them. You may say that this has a big impact or potential on the environment, and you can make money in the future. Or if it's the student who is applying for university, you may say this is a very good passion project or extracurricular. This is how I gathered people to my team. I just looked for their pains, and my ideas were like gained for them, so they actually agreed to work with me. And their age was minimum from 23 to 30. I worked with people who were like much more older than me, so now it's not even a problem to work in that kind of teams for me.
That's very impressive. As for the age that you had to work with the older ones and then being so confident in yourself, I guess that's pretty impressive. But like, I also have a question as for some our viewers who are not like really into the IT or any startups, but they are really interested in the podcast itself. So can you please elaborate about the process of how hackathons or startup events are formed, like from the very first part where you are actually choosing your issue to solve, and then till the end pitching your MVP in front of your judges? Can you please like explain about the whole process?
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know how startups go, I mean, happen, take place in abroad, but I know about hackathons in Uzbekistan. I think they're the same. Well, I'm not pretty sure about this, but the whole process of hackathon goes like this. You register if you don't have a team, or if you have a team, you register with your own idea. You choose the sector, social, I don't know, fintech, edtech, e-commerce, anything, and you write a description of your project, and you also submit your presentation where you talk about your problem, your solution, team members, the achievements if you had about the project, and the contents. Uh, After that, you're gonna be accepted, or you're gonna be not accepted to that hackathon. After that, you're gonna participate for 2 to 3 days where you actually create a solution by coding, by making a website, app, platform, Telegram bot, anything. And then you present this project to the judges and try to win. Many of the people, they make mistakes in making a presentation pitch in front of the judges. They think that if I talk about the problem for 2 minutes, they're gonna believe in me. They're gonna they're gonna give me the second place, first place, and I think. But people, come on, you're confusing because there are 7 sections of presentation, starting from your team members, problem, the solution, the milestone, future plans, and completing with your own contacts. So while talking about the project, make the sentence, the actual pitch deck that strong. So each of the slides will take 30 seconds um, at maximum, because this was my mistake. Why I was like not getting any places in any hackathons, because I didn't have much time to deliver my thoughts in 3 minutes. Because talking about 7 slides in 3 minutes is hard, but as a startup founder, you should make that happen.
So you think your presentation should be persuasive and also there should be a clear call to action, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember was that said by Steve Jobs or somebody else, but they said one word, one description. Like, your idea should be delivered with one sentence and should be engaging from the first slide. So everybody will pay attention. And by the each slide, talk less, but be that confident on what you're saying, so judges will not take their eyes off from your presentation. Yeah.
I just want to ask, as you've just mentioned about MVP, right, which is basically minimum viable product. What do you think, like, how many percentage of your MVP is actually consist of from the whole presentation? Like, because I know that in couple of startups, usually some groups, they don't really look like seriously about their MVP, but they still win because of the whole speech itself. So what do you think, what percentage, like what portion does it consist, the whole MVP part?
Well, it was you were right actually, because uh, like even if you have a great, like brilliant idea, and like a really MVP, you may still lose because you couldn't deliver your idea to people who were actually sitting in audience and looking for your presentation. So an MVP, I would say, works for 40 or 45% in your winning in hackathon. I mean, because the whole idea and the presentation and the engagement with the audience could make you a winner or a loser, because you should make everyone believe in your idea by showing the percentage, by showing the people who will actually use that project. I mean that product. And why? Because I remember that my moderator, my teacher and mentor for the incubator, which was called Restart, incubator program. So he told me to include numbers, data, and percentage in your presentation. So everybody would say like, "Wow, well, so many people have that problem," and the solution is also so simple and engaging. They will win, or they're gonna succeed. So yeah, this is one more thing you can consider by working on your pitch deck.
Uh-huh. So how you organize your pitch? Like in your first slide, you will show this problem, right? And how is the process like? When you're
As I
making
said,
presentation, what the thing that you most of the cases focus on?
uh-huh. Mm, well, as I said before, the very first slide will tell about who you are and what you're doing. Um, for example, if you take Lexikit, it was like in Russian, and I was saying in one sentence I said that the platform that will help your children or something. I don't clearly remember, but from the first slide, it should be engaging, as I said before. The slogan, the logotype, and the short sentence that will describe your startup, who you are and what you're doing. And after that, the problem goes where you include the data, information, um, percentage, diagrams if you want, where you make your project like bigger, or like mm, what's that? Or it may look it may make your project look more impactful than it used to be. And after that, the solution comes. The solution slide should be also short, so you should not spend most of your time talking about the problem and solution, because it is the biggest mistake of anybody who is like presenting their project. As a person who gone through those things, I'm telling you, because after problem and the team part is the main part, I think, because they people who are looking for something potential in your presentation, they look for the team. Who are them? Either only 3 people working in your startup project, and their roles are not that crucial. Come on, you should be ready for the failure, because in my last, I mean, uh, in a program which was called World Economy Conference, the best, how was it? Thing that I learned is including team members and introducing them, what they can do, and what they achieved. Because judges don't just want to spend their money on a simple team. They want to see that, they want to be sure that your team will not leave everything, but they're gonna how was that? Mm, rule that startup, and don't they will not leave that startup project for a while, because there are like thousands of startup projects that are leaving their ideas after getting that investment, which is like wrong. And at the end, like you should complete your presentation with the engaging sentence, the same as at the beginning. This will make you I don't know, make make you look more confident or something in front of the judges. And being on time is also very important. Yeah, because there also a lifting pitch deck, or what was that, where you pitch your idea just in a minute. It is insane, but people look for the timing. If you're doing that in a short couple of time, you're gonna make many of the people interested. For example, if you take YouTube, you don't search for the video for 1 hour. We would search for a video which consists of 10 minutes at least, because it's more engaging, it is better to understand, and better to remember everything. So yeah, always be on time, and deliver your thoughts on 3 minutes, so judges will not be like confused or bored because of your speech. Yeah.
So you have to start your presentation with hook, and also you need to end it with some engaging things so that people will remember you, right? So it means that you don't only really have to be a startup founder, but also you need to be really good at public speaking.
Yeah, not really public speaking. It's not really about public speaking, but after like trying yourself on like speaking in front of the people, you will anyways become better in that. Because I was not a public speaker also, but after failing every time, after like I don't know, making some cringe. I mean, being in some cringe situations, forgetting about my speech, I finally become better. And now only me. There is only me who is better in introducing their pitch decks in front of the judges. Because I also had some situations where after getting up to the stage, I forgot everything, like starting from the introduction sentence, as completing with the very end of the presentation. So one more thing that I would like to, I don't know, tell to people who are preparing their pitch decks: don't be afraid of looking into eyes of people. If you're just looking, like I don't know, uh, somewhere there or somewhere down, uh, you're not gonna succeed, because you should look at the eyes straight up at the eyes of judges, so they will feel the confidence that you're delivering to them. Uh, when you engage with the audience, with the people who are sitting in front of you, believe me, even if your idea is not sounding this great, they're gonna be interested in what you're doing by giving you questions at the end of your speech.
And also one more thing, like I know some startup founders, they are not really good at public speaking or publicly, but that's why they are afraid of giving the speech in front of many judges. That's why they hire another person to give the speech. And I think it also related with public speaking and speaking confidently. And one more thing, we have some viewers who ask, like, people who don't have any technical skills, can they also start their own startups, even though they don't have any coding, technical skills?
Of course, because the best startup founders are those who don't have any idea about coding. For me, it's this because like most of the developers, coders, they don't really pay attention to problems that they're having like day by day. Uh, they don't look at the people who are having the same problems, but ordinary people who are not really interested in IT, they can consider those problems as something that could be a very good beginning of the business. So if you even if you don't have the idea of the business, if the idea comes to your mind or if you notice a problem, just write it down, like take a note of that and find people who would be happy to work with you and make your idea happen. This is how I started my first virtual reality startup project, which won uh, 2 times, and everything happened started from just generating an idea. And I didn't really have an idea about virtual reality, but after that project, I started learning that sphere.
Like, that's pretty interesting. Like, as if you're saying anyone can start like working on projects and like taking part in this hackathon, startups, or any other events. So you think it's irrespective of age, sex, background, experience, and education, right?
Of course, because well, I've never worked as a startup manager, project manager, anything. But I just had an idea, and I thought that my idea could stand out from the crowd, and I just tried myself in front of the like judges, people, and they trusted me because I was talking about that with all of the confidence, because I was sure that it's gonna work out. Why? Because as I said in the beginning, before that, BMC model was the crucial role on starting working on the project. After trying my hypothesis out, I found out that my idea was actually interesting and engaging, and after that, that is how I came everything. I come up to everything.
Oh, I see. So then maybe can you please elaborate in like about what kind of qualities should a person have as being an energetic person? Like I don't know, maybe intrinsic or extrinsic skills or abilities that the person should have.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe I don't know, as a maybe self confidence or like.
Uh-huh. There are like people. There are two kind of people. They that say, I mean, introverts are more successful because they're genius. They can deliver their thoughts, something. And there's a second type of people who say like extroverts are more successful because they engage with people, or anything else. In my point of view, both kind of people should try to be extroverts because. When you engage with people, when you communicate with people, when you actually like working with the networking, working with actual alive people offline, this can bring you people who can be like, I don't know, как как говорилось, полезные.
Beneficial?
Полезные.
Is it beneficial you mean or what? In
Yeah,
what term?
yeah. by communicating with them, by attending events, showing yourself out, showing yourself up. I mean, you can find people who can be beneficial for you, because come on, nobody was born as an extroverted. Uh, as an extroverted person, everybody was introvert in the beginning, and because of the environment, they become introvert or extrovert. I was introverted by the beginning, and by trying to be a little bit more extroverted, um, I found like people who are working in big companies, taking internships, and whenever I search for something, I easily contact them and ask for help. Why? Because this is their strength. This is the biggest advantage of networking. Um, yeah. Oh wait, I forgot the question. Yeah,
Like,
qualities of a
yeah,
startupper, right?
mhm, yeah.
Yeah. Mm, being not just being energetic, but you should be also optimistic, because your idea would not always stand out or work out, because somebody will say that your idea is not gonna work out. This has this things. You should change that. Or don't try that or something. And there are people who say this to you to make you successful, or there are people who say that because of the jealous. So when you're creating your own business, don't be afraid of getting hate, or from getting don't be afraid from getting insights from people, or sharing your idea, because people say that, or if I share my idea right now, she can stole that from me, and I will not be successful. No, nobody can steal your idea, because nobody knows your idea the same well as you do. So if you attend events, networking places where most of the people gather in one place, don't be afraid of sharing your idea, because there can be people who can stand out and say that, hey, I actually want to work with you. I think your idea is going to work out. I'm taking internship in that place. Don't you want to work with me or something? So this is the strength of networking.
Nice. Then, okay, here is a fun part of our podcast for today. We have an engaging blitz questions for today, for today's segment. As you know, what is blitz? There will be like quick questions where you shouldn't think like long. You should just say whatever comes to your mind first. Are you ready?
Okay, I'll
There will
try.
be several questions, not at all. So, okay, the first one. You ready, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. The app you open first time every morning.
Instagram.
Oh, okay, nice.
Thank you for telling the truth.
Oh
Okay.
wait, no, it's email. It's
I have second
email,
one.
because I always look for the
No,
updates. Okay, on.
That was the rule that you shouldn't think long enough. You should think fast. You should think fast. Okay, the next thing. Coffee or tea?
What?
Coffee or tea?
Tea, definitely. Because of the acne, I don't drink coffee at all.
Alright, fine. Just
But
can
coffee
you ask?
is the main drink for programmers, because they don't sleep at all if they're working on a project.
Most inspiring woman in tech.
Ada Lovelace, the first
Uh-huh.
programmer, in the whole this. What was it? خلاص, you understood.
Okay. A quote you live by. A
What
quote
quote?
you live by. A quote. Like any quote.
Well, when you just sit, people with the same potential make bigger things than you. Why are you sitting in that place? This is my own quote that I always repeat when I'm not doing anything.
Really cool.
Person. Okay, last question from my side. 1, 2, 3. One country you'd love to visit as for a tech conference or business conference. First come, first serve. What came to your mind first?
I don't know. I don't know about conference, but I would like to visit Silicon Valley, US, and Abu Dhabi for searching for new ideas or presenting my own projects.
Nice.
Very cool. And another
That
funny
was
question:
really...
if you were not in tech, who you would be?
If I would be working on journalism or philosophy. I think I would think because as a person who engaged with the auditory, I know how to impact on people and how to make them believe in my project, in my idea, even if that will sound super stupid. I know how to engage with them. So I think psychology, philosophy, and journalism would be my main major if I wouldn't be somebody who is working in tech. Because I love to work with people.
Wow. Really cool.
You have a very diverse angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, that's very solid.
Yeah. So time has already come, and we would like to end our today's podcast with two last questions. So the first one, we will ask this question from every guest. That's why your answer is pretty interesting for us. Like, which startup you admire most?
Which startup?
You admire most, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like with the issue topic and all, like the main thing.
ChatGPT, OpenAI is the most favorite one because you know what? The founder of that project failed many times because everybody was saying like, "Oh my God, artificial intelligence is insane. Nobody is believing you. Like, this is not gonna work because come on, we have people to ask questions directly. Why would you need some website that will cover all the websites HTTPC from Google? Why would not I mean, why should we download your app or something? But that person was not stopping, not listening to that things, because he was sure that this is gonna solve most of the problems of people. And after getting one investment from the program, I don't know which program was that, he was just trying his best to launch the startup as soon as possible. So now, as you see, ChatGPT is a thing that we cannot live without. So yeah, ChatGPT and OpenAI is like one love.
What about DeepSeek?
DeepSeek? Oh, no. It's the copy. We stand with original.
Okay. So the next one and the last question is, one resource you find invaluable to your entrepreneurship or startup journey. One resource. It can be books, it can be podcasts, it can be websites.
Well. Okay. I don't know about the podcasts or any kind of that stuff because I watch podcasts which I found with motivation or something like this, but they're mostly being like they're mostly by I mostly watch those podcasts by Wizard Liz, if you know her. But when it comes to startups, I use Reddit because there are people who leave their thoughts on something, their thoughts on using any app, applying to programs, and I am really interested in opinion of people to know about the problem that they're having, what should I be concentrated of. So if I don't have the person who I should be taking the interview from, I look for the Reddit because there are millions of people who can be useful for you, and they can be kind of you can like take them as your potential customer. I think even if you're not interviewing them.
Okay. We see. Okay. To wrap up our whole podcast for today, and to keep it reflective and interesting for the future podcast too, as you are our very first guest for the whole project, we have a tradition that we wanted to integrate in our future podcast too, which is preparing a surprise question for the next speaker. Like, what kind of question would you ask from the next speaker?
This
Uh-huh.
Like, what kind of question would you leave?
will be, yeah, and this person will definitely be in tech world, like startups, entrepreneurship, AI.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, um, I don't know. Let me think. Um,
Your
how
time.
many
Is it
failures? How many failures your startup gone through until you found an ideal team or a first investment? Until that time, how many failures you had? And the second question, if it's possible, didn't you steal your idea from somebody? because
Uh,
because in hackathons, I, I had some situations when people were just you know coming up to somebody or by asking them some questions. They were getting the idea of their project and they were trying to implement their idea with their idea, combining it and creating their own startup project that actually became better. And then when you ask them, approach them, and say that, hey, actually that was my idea, they don't, they never admit that. They say like, it's not your idea. I just combined my own or anything else. So yeah, this can actually happen to anybody. So yeah, definitely ask this.
yeah.
Because um I had the same situation where I stole the idea, and that actually worked. But I left that project because, come on, we are fair people, so.
we are
Yeah.
people are.
I was young and I was testing everything, so don't
Uh-huh.
repeat
Yeah,
that.
I've encountered that too. That's pretty funny actually. Because like someone can do it better if it's the same idea, right?
Yeah, but when I actually stole somebody's idea and I wanted to implement this, because I was pretty sure that that person will not, uh, you know, how was that? Um, work on their project or something. So I wanted to use this situation and make something, but it didn't work. So whenever you try to steal somebody's idea, if you're really planning to, please don't just take this, don't add something, but implement it on your own way. But the better version is not don't take anybody's idea. This bad thing. This is not gonna work out. So yeah, be unique.
Be as a newbie, some people can do it because they don't have an prior experience,
Yeah, but
right?
actually experiencing this thing is also good. But this is the biggest fear of any startupper. We all fear that somebody can steal our idea, but that's not real. Believe me. That's why whenever you go, share your idea, get some feedbacks because feedbacks makes the project better. Don't be afraid of that somebody will steal this. Nobody can because nobody knows the idea of your project the same good as you do.
Uh-huh. Thank you very much. So we can finish our today's podcast. It was really informative and at the same time very good for both of us and for our viewers, I think. Thank you for joining and sharing your knowledge with us.
We'll be
Um,
cheering for everything you do, Nak.
what?
We'll be cheering for everything you'll be doing in the future. We
Thank you
hope
so
that
much.
we will see your success in a very upcoming project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the same thing because Winter Voices is something that is like that is something unique that I'm experiencing for the first time. So by like taking interview by living and studying in Malaysia, I wish you good luck. So you'll get investment. So this project will become bigger and better. So I wish you everything good, guys. You were the best hosts, the best speakers. Thank you for having me. That was the like awesome experience for me.
Yeah. And also, we had got so many questions about internships that you did, the projects you participated, how did you come up with startup ideas? We had so many, but right now we look at the time, it has already become more than 1 hour. Like you did so many things.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough time, to talk about every one of them. Like, thank you.
Thank you
See the
too.
importance of intrusives, like when the talk is really engaging, the time flies fast, as we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when the speakers give interesting questions, everything goes faster. So that's why it became engaging.
By the way, let's take a
Thank
photo all
you.
of us together, like by showing our.
Yeah.
How was it? Like I forgot it. Like was it like this?
Venture Voices. I think it's okay.
Yeah.